Who do you want to see Punk face at WrestleMania?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
And I know because I was hoping that you and I could talk it out.
Okay.
I know you're waiting for like this big answer from me, but I thought about it since our lineup was released of what we're going to talk about for the show today. I've been thinking about it all day. Brian, so CM Punk wants to be in the main event at
Uh-huh.
WrestleMania, and he keeps pointing at that sign. And he talked to Logan Paul this past Monday on Monday Night Raw, and then he left the ring after Logan Paul beat Rey Mysterio. And I'm just trying to think, okay, so Gunther is tied up with Jey Uso, and then here's Cody Rhodes over here. Cody Rhodes is not around. I know there's Elimination Chamber coming. And so are we looking at Cody versus CM Punk? Because if it's not that, I don't know what will get him in the main event, even though that's his goal.
Right. So that's the thing about Punk right now to me in terms of his storytelling is there's a lot of breadcrumbs that lead to potential Mania matches, but we don't know which way they're going. Like, yes, the main event would be him versus Cody for the title. There's the him and Rollins stuff. There's the him, Rollins, and Roman stuff. Even the little breadcrumb of the Logan Paul interaction on Monday. And, that'll pay off in Elimination Chamber, but Logan eliminated Punk from the Rumble. There are so many different paths for him right now that there's a lot of intrigue. I agree with you. The main event is the big thing. It's the one thing he keeps mentioning to where if CM Punk is not in the Mania main event, that feels like a letdown.
I'm just trying to figure out CM Punk in the Elimination Chamber. He's qualified, is he not?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So that's the only path. But then what's this whole thing with Paul Heyman and CM Punk as far as the favor? What's the favor? What does that mean? Does that mean Roman takes a step back away from this and that the championship opportunity is given to CM Punk in the main event at WrestleMania? Is it a three-way dance? I don't know if I want to see that. Punk Rhodes and Roman. Don't think I want to see that. Seems a little clunky.
Yeah.
It does keep away from the injury situation with Punk, though, if he's a third in the match. Right. So there's always that, because that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Like, the whole thing with Punk is that he has been often injured. He looks good body-wise now, but that rough and tumble style in AEW and also in WWE, we've seen him hurt. And so I'm just trying to figure out the path outside of the Elimination Chamber for Punk to get there. And then what about Cena?
Right, and he even made that shot, like another breadcrumb there. Like, he took a shot at him on Monday where it's like, oh, he didn't qualify for it, but, he's part of Elimination Chamber also. That's a match I'd be into. Like, this is Punk's first Mania. I guess, knock on wood, he's making it to Mania. And it has to be a big spotlight match. And I don't know, like, literally the only way, him and Cody is the only way he gets to the main event. Him, Roman Rollins doesn't feel like a main event of either night. Him and Cena, I guess that could be a night one main event.
Does he want the world title, or does it matter? Does he want a championship?
He wants the main event is what he wants.
He wants the main event. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about this all day of what is best. Like, I keep seeing in my mind like CM Punk and McIntyre, but they're not rolling that back for WrestleMania, even though there's still heat there. Kevin Owens seems like he's kind of tied up with Sami Zayn, so it's not Kevin Owens against CM Punk. I just like that this is a good problem for WWE. And maybe, I'm sure it's already in ink, in Sharpie, on what they want to do for WrestleMania, but the way they're leading us is really interesting storytelling. It's not confused. It's just that they're just handing you breadcrumbs, and then we have to decide what do you think is going to happen, and then whatever happens, happens.
Right, because he's getting involved in everything, and even Elimination Chamber, the way it's being set up, you can make a case for both those guys. We have Drew in it. We have Punk in it. We have Cena. We assume we'll have Rollins next week, Logan Paul. Like, all guys that if you said, all right, Cody versus this guy in the main event, I'm into that. Like, I think that'll work. So I think that's adding to the intrigue of next month's pay-per-view.
See, and again, is CM Punk in that favor? Is that bloodline related? I think it is adjacent a little bit because of the whole favor thing. But is Roman involved in a match against CM Punk?
Right.
What's the connection there? I'm talking about, like, if it's one-on-one. Is that a connection? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, even the rumored triple threat, which, seemed to be the path from the Rumble of him, Roman, Rollins, like, that doesn't get me excited. Like, I don't know, like, it's just complaining, and it's just not a lot going on there that, to me, it's Cody. Like, I think the Cody and Punk promo battles, like we know when Cody's pushed, he's able to up his game.
Yeah.
Punk obviously would do that on the mic, and I think those two could tell a good story for a month or so.
Punk and Cody, I think, would be dynamite. They would be fire. I'd love to see that. You're right. Those two in a mic battle, and then right up to WrestleMania. I think that's night 1, night 2. Well, it's night 2 because
Yeah.
it's Jay against Gunther. It looks like that solidifies night 1.
I don't know if they're closing the show.
Well,